here's a fact check for you. Joe Biden doesn't know what he's doing. A majority of people in every single poll don't believe he's got the acuity, agility, or ability to do the job. NBC News asked the best polling questions of all because they said, who's more competent? Donald Trump by double digits. Who has a plan for the country? Who would handle a crisis? Who has the energy for the job? Everybody's polls, Bill, say the same exact thing. And I like those polling questions because that's what people ask themselves as they go into the polling place. Who's going to help me and my family?
Yes, before we proceed with this video, Dick alleges that the media turned a blind eye to Trump's evident trajectory to the White House, instead prioritizing coverage of student protests concerning the conflict in the Middle East. I don't know. First, take a look.
I'm Dick Van Dyke. You may remember me. I used to fall down a lot on purpose. I don't speak up a lot, but there's something on my mind that I wanted to talk about. You know, our Supreme Court has delayed any decision about a president's immunity, and at the same time they have stalled everything so that Donald Trump's path back to the White House is pretty clear now. And when that happened, both of the cable network stations printed headlines, corrupt. Our Supreme Court is corrupt. And then nothing, silence. Not another word been spoken about it by anybody. They dropped the subject as if they'd been squelched. At the same time, for some reason, our college students, out of the blue, became very concerned about what's happening in the Middle East. I'm beginning to feel a little manipulated somehow. Think about it, will you? Thanks.
Yes, Tulsi Gabbard, if Biden wins, democracy ends. If they are allowed to stay in power, I have no doubt our freedoms will be eroded to the point it will be impossible to get them back. America does not become the land of the free and the home of the brave. It becomes the land of the people who are controlled by the government. If you dare say the imperial has no clothes on, boys are boys and girls are girls, then you will face the retaliations of that. This is Tulsi Gabbard sending this out. Take a look at this.
They cannot be allowed to remain in power. We can agree or disagree on different issues, and it's good, and we should have those conversations. But when you look at the unprecedented abuse of power that they are engaging in, undermining the rule of law, politicizing our government entities, targeting Americans who happen to be their political opposition.
Yes, that is not all. There is an interesting video I saw recently. Maher had to shut down a show simply because he was unable to accommodate this lady. Kellyanne actually tell the truth on Maher's show, pertaining to what is going on between Trump and Biden. Before we even go into that video, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that. It would do you no harm.
Story. They think their job is to get Trump. They've been living with this for 10 straight years. I think that's less important than all the polls that show people don't think Joe Biden's got the energy, agility, acuity. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. That probably Joe Biden's voters are not for Trump more than for Biden. I don't think there's a single hidden Joe Biden voter in this country. I think there are millions of hidden Trump voters in this country.
Why are they hiding?
Because they don't want to argue with people in their friends and family circle. Trump derangement syndrome is real, no therapeutic, no honest people of integrity and logic do and say absolutely crazy batshit things. And so people don't want to feel that every night is Thanksgiving with the in-laws. That's why your vote is private. And just as I said in 2016, there are undercover hidden Trump voters, and people said on election day they'll still be hidden. There wasn't a single hidden Hillary vote in the whole country. They were out and about. She had would-be cabinet members buying houses in D.C. I know that because I went and looked at one when I needed to buy a house in D.C. since she lost. And so I say this because look at the polls. People think Joe Biden is not up to the job, whether it's confidence in his competence or just the sheer energy to move from point A to point B. I think it's weird that he shakes hands with the air. never seems to know what's going on and where he's going. I think his family should step in and say, why don't we enjoy the last years of your life, which I hope are 30 more for him, God bless him, but why don't we enjoy those not in the Oval Office with your fingers on the nuclear codes, but maybe in Rehoboth where he spends a lot of time anyway.
But I could show a video right now. I'm going to put of
We see
Trump.
them all day long. Trump is all day long. Trump is everybody's adjective, verb, noun in every sentence.
Could I get 3 words into that sentence?
On that.
You had a long oration there. I'm just going to say, I could put together, and people have, a video of Trump looking absolutely just as senile and doing crazy signal. And of course, Joe Biden is not actually crazy. Your guy is actually crazy. He does. That is Trump derangement syndrome works both ways. If you don't recognize that he has malignant, narcissistic, whatever they call that, it's not just it's just not a personality quirk. That would be one thing. We all have personality quirks. This is a disease. If somebody tells him he's a brilliant guy and very handsome, you own him. That's the most dangerous thing in a president. He doesn't make decisions rationally. The reason why he's so ahead is because he doesn't have to worry about policy points that he makes because no one takes him seriously anyway. He's all over the map. He pulls it out of his ass. He changes one day for the next. So no one ever takes him seriously. It's the greatest advantage a politician can have.
But if you're trying to win over that narrow slice of kind of undecided voters, maybe people who voted for Biden but have lost interest in him, staying awake seems like a kind of a baseline requirement for Trump. You want to project a little bit bigger, right?
Especially if you coined the term Sleepy Joe.
Yes, after struggling for a very long time, to campaign against Biden, Maher is now changing his tone. We have been seeing his changes. It's surprising to me to see Maher still standing up to say, oh, Biden is better than Trump. Trump is worse. Things like this. It is insane totally. We are seeing it on daily basis. They are carrying this point like, oh, Trump slept, during his hearing, during his trial, things like that. That is the only talking points I see Libras, like this man came up with, trying to say Trump is now more weaker than Biden. It is insane. Trump is strong and waxing. Everybody can see it. You cannot even lie. Liberals try to take these points away. Like, Trump is doing this, he's doing this. Insane. For Maher to say, oh, nobody takes Trump seriously, is totally insane. We have seen Trump 4 years presidency, what he can do. So there is nothing these people will tell me or try to convince me that can change my mind. That is a simple truth. When I watch a Libra like this, I understand Maher is a crunch Libra that cannot change his mind, but he did not want Biden to run. I saw during that period where he did a lot of videos saying Biden cannot do this, things like that. Now, when it came out clearly that Biden will be the nominee, he is softening his tone. He knows the truth, not like he doesn't know what is going on. But it should not be like that. When you have a show, accept the truth that this is what is going on. He wants to accommodate Trump supporters. Reason he's bringing people from both sides. I understand that strategy, but try to be truthful. Don't see the truth. You turn to, you deviate it away. It is crazy like that.
Say that it's like the Democrats' MAGA hat.
Nice.